Hi, Libra masculines. My daily download today is for you guys. It's for Sun, Rising, Moon, and Venus of Libra. And I know that it's for my masculines because when I went to do the download, the King of Swords came out. And I said, okay, for the boys it is. It could resonate for feminines, though, about a masculine in their life. Just take it as it resonates. And it's primarily good for Sun, Rising, Moon, or Venus placement of Libra in tropical astrology. I do think this message is kind of timeless. So, and I think we're going to do a deep dive here, you guys, because it's a pretty deep reading. This was an interesting reading, you guys. I have the Emperor on the table, and I also have all four kings. So I'm seeing all aspects of you come out. It's not a cross-watcher reading, but if you are a cross-watcher, this might help you understand why you might be having a difficult time connecting to a Libra masculine. But as you guys know, I don't favor the cross-watcher. I favor the signs. So let's get into what I see here today. How are you guys? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm sorry I haven't read for my brothers in a while. I love my Libra masculines in my life and my Libra clients. I read for you guys a lot. Thanks for booking private readings with me. So hopefully this message will help you. I want to help because the overall reason for the reading is you, the King of Swords. How you're feeling right now, this is all you. How you're feeling is the Seven of Pentacles. And the way you see yourself is the Four of Wands. What we need to know is the Ten of Swords. And the final outcome is the Star of Aquarius. I also associate the Star with Libra sometimes. Libras have a lot of hope. They don't give up on people. They don't give up easily. Wanting a renewal, wanting a freedom, perhaps a rebirth with a person. But I also feel like you want a freedom or renewal, a freedom from something within yourself. Because when I have the Star, the Ten of Swords, and the Devil on the table, and the Moon, there is truly something that you are trying to free yourself from. I know I usually do the Oracle messages first. I'm going to save them to the end. Don't skip the Oracle messages. The Oracle cards really showed me more deeply why all this is happening on the surface. So the overall reason for the reading are my guys, my King of Swords, my Kings of Swords. Hang on, let me adjust my camera just a little bit, you guys. There we go, that's better. Sorry. Clarifying this King of Swords is the Star, the Two of Cups, and the Two of Swords. Aquarius energy here. You're coming out very smart. You're coming out very detached. You want a lot of authority. You want a lot of control. You definitely want to protect your heart. Some of you are thinking about this other person. They could be an air sign, in particular Aquarius, but they do not have to be. The Star, the Two of Cups, the Two of Swords. I think that you think a lot about a heart-to-heart, face-to-face conversation with a person. Some of you are looking yourselves in the mirror and you're even having a hard time deciding what you think, what to do next. You want a freedom from something. Perhaps some of you want a renewal with another person. Some of you have closed off your heart, almost like a holding out hope for something that's not happening. It might be being blocked by the universe. Sometimes I see the Two of Swords as like a surface level kind of block. You might even think that sometimes. Or you're looking yourself in the mirror wanting a freedom of some kind. Some of you really want to free your hearts. The way you're feeling right now is the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is kind of a waiting in futility, thinking about all you've invested in. Like, when's my time to retire? When do I get to stop plowing these fields? When is my harvest going to be ready to reap? When is something going to happen here? You're being very contemplative in the 3D. Some of you stand outside in your yard, you rest your chin on your rake, or you put down your, leaf blower or something, and you're like, and clarifying this Seven of Pentacles, I have the King of Swords again, the King of Pentacles, and the Emperor. First of all, you guys, some of you are a really good catch. Some of you are a really good catch. You're amazing emperors. I could also be picking up on a same-sex relationship. I could be picking up on a relationship between father and son as well. Thinking about your own father. Thinking about a relationship with another man that's very important to you. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship either. It could be a friendship, and a very important one as well. What would he do? I just heard that. But a lot of you are thinking, I mean, both of these cards, they look so contemplative. I love the King of Swords, but he looks so detached with the Saturn there. Saturn is about karma, consequence, duty, responsibility, some restriction. This is sort of the way it has to be. I think you're feeling very grounded. I notice the King of Pentacles is looking up at the Emperor. I think you're thinking a lot about duty and responsibility and career and what you invest in. I'm seeing you being very logical, very practical, very structured here. Not a lot of emotion in these three kings. They've got things to do. It's like you've honored all this duty and responsibility. You've got it going on really well for yourselves in certain ways. I think the way you deal with life is to try to be a good man and a good provider, working hard, being very detached, even aloof sometimes. These guys aren't all great at showing emotion. They have hearts. They don't wear their hearts on their sleeves. I wanted to know what the Emperor was. I was drawn to clarify the Emperor in particular, and I got the Empress, the Seven of Cups, and the Moon. So I don't care if this is about a heterosexual or a same-sex relationship. The Emperor and the Empress are the tarot's way of showing us a divine partnership or couple. So you're looking for your divinely chosen partner and wondering where they are. A confusion about this Empress, in particular, possibly a Taurus or a Virgo. But I have a lot of signs here on the table. You might be wondering where she or he is. You do a lot of dreaming about this. The Moon and the Seven of Cups can be, the Seven of Cups is like overwhelmed by wishful thinking and also a lot of opportunities. The Moon can be illusion, things. Both of these cards together suggest a dreaminess, an illusion, even a delusion at some times. It's possible there is a delusion of some kind because the Devil is here. And the Devil and the Moon are very close together here on the table, which is probably why I clarified the Emperor, because I can feel it pulling to the Devil. There is this confusion about this person, whether you know who they are or you have not found them yet. Some of you are like, why have I never found the one? I'm such a good catch. Or this one person you're confused about and in the moonlight about. There's not a lot of clarity here about this person. And the way you're seeing yourself is the Four of Wands. I think that you want a homecoming, or I think you want to build a stable foundation with this person. Some of you are thinking about maybe proposing or something, or getting into a serious relationship with someone. I think for others of you, this is about a homecoming with a person, because I have the Devil, the Three of Cups, and the Page of Swords. The first message I heard was, you've been a little stalky and a little obsessed, wondering what this person's doing, and been waiting to hear something from this person for a while, to the point where it might be to your detriment. This might be something, this is a very specific message. This is only going to be true maybe for one person. You might have known this person in an interesting occult-like community or circle with the Devil. Like a left-hand path, maybe. Or there's just a Capricorn involved. I feel like you're wondering if there could be a homecoming between you and this person. You might not tell everybody that you feel this way, with the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Swords coming out twice, and the Emperor, stiff upper lip. Page of Swords, a mild curiosity, or one that like he's leaning in and listening, wanting to hear more. And you just stand here and think about it. You think about talking to them too with the Two of Cups. I also hear someone like looking in the mirror and rehearsing a conversation with themselves. And they're like, no, that's not the right thing to say. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't do that. You guys are overthinking it. You're overthinking it. Some of you just want more facts because you're kind of in the dark. And I think it's driving you crazy because the Devil is here. The Devil is here. And the Moon is at the bottom of the deck. a confusion. The way you're feeling or what we need to know here, this might be what you need to know about yourself. It might be what you need to know about this other person, but I really feel like this is what you need to know about yourself. The Ten of Swords, there was a painful ending between you and this person, or there was some kind of a crisis or a loss. And clarifying the Ten of Swords is the King of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, and the Hermit. Here's your heart. I'm like, well, there's his heart. That's the hurt. Because on the surface, I'm like, whoa, stone cold, stone faced here. No, it hurts underneath, doesn't it? I think this could have been an earth sign. You have searched your soul and been quiet about it ever since. You don't open up and talk about this with the Hermit. You keep your emotion and the way it hurt your heart to yourself. This might have been with a person who was a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, in particular a Taurus, but it doesn't have to be that sign. This person could have been a very well-to-do person. This person might have liked the finer things in life. They could have been very bougie, as my kids like to say, with the Queen of Pentacles. They wanted a coin. They had a coin. And I clarified the Queen of Pentacles and I got the Chariot, the Page of Cups, and Judgment. This person might have gone away. They might have left and gone away. You may think about traveling to see them. You may see their car, or they may have seen your car. This could be the way a person feels about you, by the way, you guys. If you're not feeling this way, this could be the way a person is viewing you. Like, wow, he was such a great catch. They go off and they do other things, but it's bullshit with the devil, and they keep tabs on you and wonder if there could be a homecoming with you. Things could be opposite, roles could be reversed. But it's like somebody sees somebody drive by or somebody left and moved on, but there's still this curiosity emotionally. Could there be a rebirth? I have rebirth and renewal here, and the moon twice, so it's in the dark with the devil. You never really knew. You don't really know. Someone's just been quiet about this whole time. Maybe you broke his heart or her heart. These people could be parents as well, with the Emperor and the Empress. This could be a child even. We could have two kids involved, and it's like, could there be a rebirth? You think about, I think that this hurt your heart, and yeah, you wish there could be some rebirth. You've thought about it all this time. Because the final outcome is the Star, wanting a renewal with another person or just freedom. Like some of you are still holding out hope, but at the same time, you're like, I just want to be free of this because it hurts. This Ten of Swords and the Hermit together, the moon and the devil on the table, this is something that's preoccupied you for a while. And I clarified it and I went, whoa. And I got the Knight of Cups, the World, and the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you, I kind of feel like I'm going to read this in two different ways because I clarified it out a lot. Give me a minute. I can see it and I can hear it and I can feel it, but sometimes it's really hard for me to put into words what Spirit is showing me in like an instantaneous download. Some of you feel the need to just go off and reclaim something that you can pour your heart into and be on top of the world and just go with the flow and live with expansion, and you will be okay moving forward. This cycle will complete, but it seems like something a little heavier and a little darker might be propelling you with all these other cards and the clarification. Some of you are thinking about, someone is thinking about having some renewal here. Like there's this grand sweeping gesture with the Knight of Cups. God, we can't escape this Knight of Cups. He's been showing up everywhere. I feel like people are having a lot of idealism lately. This Knight of Cups has been coming out in many different readings, all different readings for different zodiac signs. And now I love the Knight of Cups, but he always makes me a little nervous because he really is idealistic to the point of being unrealistic at times. And when this energy plateaus, and a knight will always plateau, this Knight of Cups will get more disappointed when something doesn't turn out the way they want it to than any other night in the tarot. Like, they just get brokenhearted when something isn't what they thought it would be. They poured their heart into something, and if it doesn't turn out like the way they want it to, if there's no happy ending or they can't recapture youth and beauty, they tantrum. So he makes me a little nervous. I love the Knight of Cups, but he makes me a little nervous. Some of you are thinking about being very creative. You might put something really beautiful on the internet, maybe hoping to get this person's attention. I think you would play out another cycle with them. Or some of you really want to recapture something beautiful and even youthful moving forward. I feel like you want to play out a cycle that you've played out before in the past. This might be a bit idealistic. I clarified the Devil. Let's go back to that. And I got the Lovers, the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Eight of Wands. Well, did a Gemini break your heart and you've never fucking gotten over it, you guys? You're mad about something here, or someone's mad. There could have been a love triangle here with the Three of Cups and the Lovers, but not necessarily. The Devil in this scenario it's almost like you want someone to come back just so you can get the last word. There's a communication maybe has gone back and forth between the two of you, or you wish that it could, and you're just waiting for it, or they're waiting for it. Somebody kind of wants this to set the other person up for a fight to get the last word. That's pretty emotional here with the Knight of Cups. But I clarified this out a little bit further to see what the cycle is that will be played out. Because the Wheel of Fortune can mean moving on and growth and expansion, but not always. Sometimes it can just be something that goes around and around and around and around. And we don't want your next cycle to lead you back to something. I just heard a song, Back to You. I will put, I'm just getting a download about it. I will put a link to that song at the top of the description below. Listen to the lyrics because it's part of the reading. I know I'd go back to you. It goes, I took you like a shot, thought that I could chase you with a cold evening, let a couple years tell me how I feel about you. Every time we talk, every single word lives up to this moment. And I got to convince myself I don't want it, even though I do. Yeah, I know I'd go back to you. I'd always go back to you. I want to hold you when I'm not supposed to, when I'm lying close to someone else. Yeah, okay. They're telling me stop. You can listen to the song. I think you would go back to them. But I think what I see here further is the Nine of Wands, the Hangman, the King of Wands, and we got all four kings. You're showing me all four kings. The Ten of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, Six of Cups. If you're having a hard time committing in relationships and letting go of being a bachelor, this is wearing you down. You have a hard time letting people totally in entirely. There's not a lot you can do. You're trying to surrender and let go. But you're the King of Wands. We didn't end on the King of Cups. We ended on the King of Wands. And he's sexy and he's a great friend, but he will not commit, not really, not truly. Or it's just super independent and alpha. Because we started detached, and the King of Wands isn't detached. He won't show you his heart. He'll be flirty. He'll be sexy. He'll make you nervous. He's talking to other people. Super flirty. He's constantly looking elsewhere a bit. Because you're weighed down by something that you can't let go of. The Knight of Pentacles to the Six of Cups. Knight of Pentacles is looking back at something. He's looking back at the past. Nostalgia. It's so hard to let go of the past and give it up. It's really hard to age too. It's really hard not to be that sexy guy at the end of the bar anymore. I promise you, you still are. I've talked to some of you guys. I know you're still that hot guy at the end of the bar. I feel like that's what's happening here. I feel like at the end of the day, there's something that you want to recapture, but it's weighing you down. with the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. And you're thinking about your destiny. I think you wish you could recapture it. I think you're confused too. I think you want to have some kind of a power here. What is this about? The Magician, the 8 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, the Tower, the 6 of Wands, the Fool. What are you guys thinking about doing here? Is this about work or career? The Magician to the 8 of Pentacles. I want to make something. I want to create something. And I want to be the one that makes it. I'm the single catalyst for change. I really want to do this. I'm praying it works. Should I actually hit the eject button and do this? Wanting to be successful, the Fool, you'd recapture something within you, the essence of who you are. You don't. You just think about it. Just do it, you guys. What do you have to lose? I mean, just wear a helmet, right? What do you have to lose? You think about doing something with this person. That might have to do with a career or something you're working on. The Moon, the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, you're not sure where life is taking you. You think a lot about the cycles you've played out. You think a lot about where life is going. You're afraid and confused. You want success. We got this Queen of Wands here, walking away, blocking you. There's the Empress again, and the Page of Swords. You watch her, or him. The Empress can be a woman too, especially if it's a Libra. When I read for Libra masculines, you come out as the Empress all the time. So creative, so charming, so creative, so well dressed. Your homes are beautiful, your clothes are beautiful. But I think that this is really getting to you, and I think that here's why. They wanted me to use the Kim Cran's Wild Unknown Archetype deck, which I don't use very often. I use it a lot for private readings because it can be so specific, but on occasion they give me permission to use it for a general reading. 4 cards came out, so I used 4 for all the other decks too. This deck determined the number, so a stability and a homecoming. The Lovers, the Healer in reverse, the Crone in reverse, the Nectar in reverse. Some of you guys with the Crone in reverse and the Nectar in reverse really want to recapture something. Some of you are having a hard time accepting the aging process. I know. I get it. I'm 47. I look in the mirror and go, who are you? Gravity sucks. Someone's angry and bitter. The Crone in reverse is bitter about, because the Crone is wisdom and accepts the Hermit energy. Like, bring my gray hairs, bring me those wrinkles, bring me the pain, bring me all of it, the good, the bad, the ugly. I will transmute all of that shit into wisdom. Give it all to me. I accept it. I accept Crone phase. This could also be a person that will not accept it. And that's why they left you, or that's why they're in the situation they're in. Maybe it's them, but I've said, show me the archetype energy Libra's working with. So bitter, almost like you wish you could go back in time and do some things differently. Having a hard time seeing that nothing was wasted. And the Nectar in reverse, this is about the fountain of youth. I was like, whoa, this is deep. This might cut like a knife for some of them to hear, but it's all part of the spiritual process and healing and the journey, you know? But the Nectar in reverse is so much about believing there's this one magic elixir that can cure you, but it really can't. And you can't go back and drink from that fountain. We must, because there is always a magic elixir that will heal us, but the Nectar in reverse is about drinking from the fountain of youth, which is about recapturing the best of ourselves, the essence of our true soul and authenticity. And it's actually, but in the reverse, it's like a poison, and it makes us bitter. It's making you feel bitter. This is something that you could use to help heal yourself, but it's not healing you. And the Lover, you see yourself as a lover too. That one came in the upright. The Lover very much romanticizes the beginning stages of a relationship. Really loves to capture the honeymoon phase. I feel as though you want to recapture a honeymoon phase in a situation, and you're having a hard time moving forward. And it's just weighing you down. And I think while it's making you probably the best friend anybody could ever have and a lot of fun to be with, I think it's keeping you from opening your heart because you're hurt. I don't know who this Queen of Pentacles was, but I think they moved on and you wish they'd come back and say they were sorry, and you've never let it go. You've never let that go. You're still mad. Illumination Oracle deck showed me missing you, regret, secret, dreaming of you. Well, that says it all right there. That says it all. Truly, I was like, whoa, yeah, okay. I get it. That's why the moon is here. You're dreaming of this person, possibly. You might be thinking you're getting synchronicities and psychic downloads. Watch out for over-romanticizing that. It could be, but not necessarily. It's almost like you're holding out for this one situation or person or time in your life to come back. You have regrets. You miss them. You keep it a secret, but you dream of them. What the romance angels have to say is true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning into your life. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. I think what I'm seeing here is some of you might be holding on to either a time in your life or a specific person that you might have really idealized. It might have been the love of your life. And wishing there could be a reconciliation, but you ignore the red flags and won't release them. That's the illusion. And that's why you won't let yourself fall in love again. Some of you won't commit. The King of Wands has a very hard time committing. And the King of Swords and the Emperor can be very set in their ways. But that's like deep, deep down. On the surface, you guys are great men and great partners. Probably great sustainers as well. It's almost like I heard someone just say now, why didn't she fucking pick me? God damn it. Or where the hell is my match, her or him? And you might be tying it to a person from the past. You would seize the opportunity with them. You would seize an opportunity. I also see there is a focus on finances and career. Some of you may dive into career. Some of you want to go back and recapture something career-wise even from the past. Recall your childhood dream. For the record, it's never too late to do that. I've read for people who went back to college in their mid-60s to recapture what they wanted to be when they were 6. Like really, it's never too late to do that. Some of you are grand visionaries and highly creative. You could do that. But I think you're a little afraid with the 9 of Wands, probably because you know it's going to be a lot of work with the 10 of Wands and you are going to have to pour your heart into it. But these archetypes want you to know that you can sustain the honeymoon phase. And if you take your time too long in the energy of the lover, it won't go anywhere. There is something that you need to heal yourself. The nectar requires something external. The healer requires self-healing. Heal yourself and accept everything that you've learned can actually be turned into valuable wisdom. Knowledge is one of the only things in this life that no one can take away. So don't deny what the experience taught you and don't fight it. There is someone that you miss that you have regrets with. And with the moon here, you may never know. You may not get that renewal that you want, but you can claim it for yourself. You know, if you just see the red flags and then release. Yeah, they're pulling back. They're saying stop. All right, you guys, that's your download for today. It is timeless. They're just pulled back. They told me to stop channeling. So I hope that if this resonates with you, it helps you. If it's someone from the past that you can't stop wishing you would have some kind of closure with. Let it go, or just say your final piece one more time. You know, if you tried and they didn't respond and they were the hermit, just let it go. Let go of the past. Release your ex, release your past, so that you can have healing and allow yourself to move towards crone energy, which, as we know, cannot be replaced. That wisdom and knowledge cannot be replaced. And you can get this devil and the moon out of your life and step into the sun and the true energy of the star. Yeah. I'm always listening for you, Libra masculines. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. I'll see